Hey guys, welcome back to the Game Corner, and as usual, I'm your host Eric. Today I'd like to be talking about a game that has really had a resurgence in popularity as of recently. Ni no Kuni. Now if you don't know, this is a really recent release for the PlayStation 3. I don't usually go out and buy, new games unless there's a lot of hype. And there's been a lot of hype about this game. I mean, the animated sequences were done by the legendary Studio Ghibli. If you don't know them, they did movies such as Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle. I love those movies, and really that was one of the things that made me pick this game up. Another thing that made me pick this game up, I have a friend that lives in the UK that pre-ordered this game a while ago, and he pre-ordered 3 copies of it. The collector's edition, which is a box set that comes with a stuffed animal and, just everything that would come in a collector's edition. So he got 3 copies of it in hopes to, hold on to them and sell. So when the game came out, the collector's edition of this game was selling for $300 and $400 on eBay. So I had to go pick it up. So the other day, I adventured to the mall, and I got the very last copy at my GameStop in the mall. And lo and behold, we're about to find out what I think of it. And if you don't want anything spoiled, then you should just stop watching now, because I'm going to spoil the plot, and I'm going to spoil basically the first 2 or 3 hours of the game. So let's check it out.
Why, good morning, Oliver. Your groceries are over there, honey.
Thanks.
Oh, I almost forgot. Did Philip find you? He said he had something to show you, dear.
Really? So he finally finished it, huh? Do you know where he is right now?
He just stepped out with some deliveries for me. I doubt he'll have gotten far.
Thanks, Miss Layla.
Oh, say hi to your mother for me.
Sure thing, Miss Layla.
You begin as a boy named Oliver. Oliver and his friend Philip are scheming about sneaking out late at night and testing out Philip's new invention. Oliver goes home that evening to make sure the coast is clear for him to sneak out of the house without his mother knowing. His mother must be in bed early that night, so Oliver waits for her to sleep and then sneaks out of the house and heads over to the garage where Philip is awaiting him.
Hey! In here! What are you looking at? What is it with that kid?
Upon arrival, Oliver sees Philip's new invention, which is a very small automobile, but it's taken many hours of hard work for Philip to put together, and tonight's the night that they test it out.
Betcha!
It's so neat!
Philip prompts Oliver to check to see if the coast is clear, so Oliver heads down the street and sees a strange-looking girl that confronts him and tells him not to do it. He seems confused, but Philip comes to check on Oliver, and Oliver tells Philip that there was a girl standing here just now, and of course, she's vanished.
What's taking you so long?
I'm sorry, Phil. Someone saw me.
Oh, man. Who was it?
Oh, that girl over... Huh?
What are you talking about? Huh? There's nobody there.
Huh. That's weird.
Oliver gets the privilege of taking the first ride in the automobile. They're both extremely excited to see their hard work pay off, and thus Oliver takes off. As luck would have it, the tires start coming off, and things take a turn for the worse as Oliver crashes into the nearby river. Oliver's mother hears a voice in her head, which is that of her son yelling for her. She rushes out of bed to see what's the matter, and no Oliver is to be found.
Sweetie? Where are you? Oliver?
Oliver's mother finds him drowning in the river and jumps in to save her beloved son. Oliver is out cold and soon comes back to reality. Only moments later, his mother seems to be having a heart attack.
Allie! Allie!
Allie?
Are you okay?
Mom? What's wrong?
Don't leave me. You can't. Oh! Mommy! Don't leave me. Oh!
Unfortunately, as you can tell, the little boy Oliver has lost his mother. This game so far has captivated me in a way that no other game has. It's just absolutely beautiful and sad at the same time. But there is something else that I'd like to mention. Certain points throughout the intro you'll see an ominous person saying that Oliver is the chosen one to save the world and that he must die, which is quite the malevolent feeling towards the innocent young boy.
Will not suffice.
I fear not.
What is the child's name?
Oliver, your radiance.
Oliver.
So as far as you've seen, the graphics switch between animated cutscenes and cel-shaded graphics. The in-game graphics do a really great job of keeping the feel of the Studio Ghibli vibe that we've all grown accustomed to. There's still a tad bit of story left that I'd like to show you guys, then we can get into all the juicy parts like the gameplay mechanics and really just the general idea of the game and how I feel about it, so let's get into it. As any boy would be, Oliver is saddened by the loss of his mother and soon takes comfort in a stuffed animal. His tears break the seal and thus Mr. Drippy springs to life.
Whoa, what's all this? Curse lifted, is it? Tiny! I'm free! Free!
Mr. Drippy is a fairy that was sealed away by a dark foe named Shadar.
Spread war and ruin all over our world. Tried to stand up to him, I did, and he turned me into a flippin' doll and kicked me out of our world and into yours, the rotter.
Through some conversation you'll find that there is a universe parallel to Oliver's universe, which is where Mr. Drippy comes from. In the parallel universe, there exists an exact copy of someone else from the real world, known as a soulmate.
See? And people with soulmates can even look like each other. Now, your mum, well, she shared a soul with the great sage Alicia. A proper talent she was.
Huh? So my mom was a sage?
So Mr. Drippy convinces Oliver that he must come save the parallel universe with a possibility of bringing back his mother. Mr. Drippy teaches Oliver a bit of magic and enables him to open up a gate between the real world and the parallel one. This is where the gameplay truly begins.
Tidy!
Let's talk about the gameplay. This game is developed by Level 5, and if you don't know, they did the Dark Cloud series and Dragon Quest VIII, so they have a pretty impressive resume. If you're a big fan of those games, you'll instantly notice the similarities between their previous games and this one. It has giant expansive maps that the Dark Cloud series has, which is really cool. The battle system is really expansive as well. I can really compare it to the battle system from the Tales of series, most notably Tales of Symphonia. It's basically a free-running type system, which is better than a turn-based system, and I'm really growing sick of those after playing so many RPGs over the years. You can cast spells, which you'll gain many of throughout the game. You'll also get these things called familiars, which are little Pokemon type creatures that will battle for you. They have things called tricks, which are basically special moves, and they do quite a bit of damage. Your familiar's HP and MP are directly linked to you, so if they take a beating, it's really reflected on your own HP and MP as well. My honest opinion on the graphics is that they're pretty okay. It's really nothing that the PS2 couldn't have handled, but the PlayStation 3 really cleans it up, and it's just a super pleasure to look at. The music in this game is absolutely wonderful. The whole soundtrack of this game was performed by the Tokyo Philharmonic Orchestra, which is a really really, really awesome thing.
Crikey, we better get you a new outfit before they put you in the zoo. Come on, Ollie boy.
Okay.
The controls in this game are top notch. Nothing lags and everything is really responsive, although during the battles you may have to find yourself using something called the claw position with your left hand. If you've played Monster Hunter, you know what I'm talking about. It's basically getting your hand up above the controller with your thumb on the analog stick and a finger up on the D-pad to maneuver your character while scrolling through the battle menu. It's a bit cumbersome, but you'll grow accustomed to it. Well, there you have it. Everything you could probably possibly want from a first impressions and type of review thing. It went a little longer than I expected, so I really appreciate you sticking around to see the end. Ni no Kuni is probably the best RPG and honestly the best game I've played in many, many years. And that is no understatement. I played many games and this one just blew me away. I'm about 7 to 8 hours in and it's just so action-packed and just so lovable and beautiful. It's so good. So please do yourself a favor and pick this game up. I insist. I know they're probably a little hard to find right now since everybody's clamoring over them, but you really need to get one. Just don't get them on eBay though, unless you want to pay millions of dollars. Well, not really, but hey, anyway, thanks for watching this episode of the Game Corner, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. And don't forget to subscribe either. Hey guys, thanks for watching this. If you're seeing this on my Crossroads Reviews page, be sure to check out After End Media. If you're seeing this on After End Media, be sure to check out Crossroads Reviews. And well, if you've already seen both, well, why don't you check out the Game Chasers?